judgment which supposed to be a secret document or no enka ho asema ense obi ate no enso na enam kurom enti se wotimi atrase na stipulated time no wantimi ankwankoye na wama atwam na 21 days na atwam na 34 days ne de ye ntiase ne ntiase ochina mesere o mampani John Dramani Mahama se wanko tetema unfi wiase.
In this instance, before the NDC came to power, there was a pre-advertised agenda to get rid of the Chief Justice. And it's been covered with procedure. And the Chief Justice has been ousted. There's a pre-advertised agenda to get rid of the EC Commissioner and her deputies. It is being rolled out, petitions, and then they will say, oh, it's procedure. We are telling you, if you still don't believe it, that there's a pre-advertised agenda to ensure that there's an overwhelming majority in this chamber for the purposes of constitutional amendments.
The majority leader and his team are the cause of all this. By all means, and if we don't want to hear his voice there, because he's lost it as a leader of the house. I don't know if he's your only majority leader. He's also a leader of the house.
Mema etifuna hwefanyina kwaba edibakoda media tips sabiri. Media ne kachiri eja yodi asampa dwumadi ya watu ndin chirichirimu na mede som metifo ne mahwefo ntima tena gwamu na mede senchirimu na bedre metifo ne mahwefo bia na wate na mo wanti asi na wabeje nchirimu eja yawo enchen ewo koda media tv so enchinu ashubi asi parliament eye nra na enyenchinu ahyew ketwa minority fo na woso wo ho kakra kire majority fo wose wo mu se yesusuade nsunhuru bia enimko na ketewesew na enya dodo wurawura minim se watede ne mu bia na asekyere na wanya ne ye ni nti ekoba sa ne se 2024 woto abawi Kpandai issue Kpandai constituency na MP for Kpandai Matthew Nyidam ono na Kpandai fo kire se wobeto abama nto woto abama no na this candidate ni kire se 41 police station bi irregularities bi wo ha onti asinti no or the Kodan court na mrani kire se woto abani wie a electoral commission be gazette result no ewo constituency biara enti se mentimi ho ase bi beba ana se unhu biribi mu yi na wode ba Kodan court a within that 21 days epa ho a enye mra nanso NDC MP transfer ma 34 days ansa na wode court enti nanka ne pepe mumpo a nanka judge nanka nseso transfer no so nanso agenda omampanyi John Dramani Mahama aka mmiri bi atwam se oba obenya no NDC judges nti judge ne tena so 41 police station a wode ho asem Kodan court no otena so odi asem ni wie no asem no judgment mpo amba enfini nchen amma nanso na de nkurofo anu wokurum judgment which supposed to be a secret document or no enka ho asema ense obi ate no enso na enam kurum ansana audit on the judgment but when I say na asema no po eda the jaw daw ansana audit judgment ne ba na nipa bi se wonte ase won a woni mu mra ne kire se even sa asem no mpo na nkan se so otena so he said it was beyond the regulated time. Ntiran kan sese otena so. Nanso bribinti agenda binti. Otena so. Nempo ankan koye se abrekuma nof DB. Sa 41 nempo na kokoto asa okwakoto so aba nanka eto asum. The whole constituency resource no. And the watcham so won konkoto aba foforo. Kpandai na agenda binti sana atimua judge no ana otimua for the buy any nen na minority for sit David ya lawyer funko ya o yenimumra no enti se wotimi atrase na stipulated time no wantimi ankwankoye na wama atwam na 21 days na atwam na 34 days ne de ye ntiase ne ntiase ochina enu nyina achi no Kpandai mabunu bi boko jan kwa himfi koka kire nana se nana ya sumdwe ye wo ha no mom ye ndwe ne saa nenne anye na ekoye se obeto aba ha biom a yenim ne ebesi so kom de yempo a ye benu nsu ada sense wo aduan eso ntimi nsoja nano na yenu yakwadwo oponkro ma chese da bi agenda bi o man pani jonda na Mahama na agenda bi na eda ho na opesiw na menkumu asobo na yenkoni yenkuti na yenu yakwadwo oponkro ma MP for Ofuase Eyirebi, very eloquent, very principle na inti nia odebre etifo ni afefo.
In this instance, before the NDC came to power, there was a pre-advertised agenda to get rid of the Chief Justice. And it's been covered with procedure. And the Chief Justice has been ousted. There's a pre-advertised agenda to get rid of the EC Commissioner and her deputies. It is being rolled out, petitions, and then they will say, oh, it's procedure. We are telling you, if you still don't believe it, that there's a pre-advertised agenda to ensure that there's an overwhelming majority in this chamber for the purposes of constitutional amendments. It is coming. And what we can do is to stand on our feet and to draw Mr. Speaker's attention that he should not buckle to any pressure that is being put on him to declare the seat vacant, because he has already made that ruling. No amount of pressure should be brought on him.
Finally, as a caucus, you have made your point clear through your minority chief whip that this particular letter should be withdrawn. Now, per practice, we know that once you make that submission, we should hear from the other side of the house. In this case, you are opposed to hearing from the majority. We do not know what exactly he's going to say. Why don't you just give him a fair hearing so that we know the way forward?
Procedure is being used to perpetrate injustice in this country. So what they are seeking to do is to cool down the temperature and normalize it with a long discussion and then tell us that we can go to court if we don't like it. We need to let people understand that this is a political chamber. And all the tools of the trade are available to us in this political chamber. Now, if injustice is being perpetrated of this nature, we will withdraw cooperation. So what we have done is to withdraw cooperation. And prior to this, we have been cooperating. Every single report that comes, we support. We are working towards appropriation on the 19th. There's no business that we haven't supported. We are minded to support the government business to go on. But now that they have elected to put a spanner in their own works by trying to use instruments of state to snatch this seat from us, we are left with no choice than to suspend cooperation. We have a lot of respect for Mr. Speaker. We wish we didn't have to do this, but they are leaving us with no choice than to withdraw cooperation. Look at
Yenu yakodwo ponkroma ensema ode tugani. Na kisa wohwemu a wusi bi brief baby. Na eyoja na hye ho. Ene ma so wusi ni pie. Isan say what ba no. Woso obeyi CJ. Ampaniampa won e CJ. Asiri nkatia bai. Say electoral commissioner Najuma no is not fit for purpose. And the petitions aba. So one permanent on need 2 deputies. We you CJ or the Bafu Boni aba. On man penika so kind internet say Bafu Boni NDC and a person training. In tinka we chief friend electoral commissioner Sufiwa na once had one day so I day aba. That just will push 10-bit agenda no and will push in kakra. Until it be a talk of the town. Until the webinars or pursue perceive agenda na kwa yes say a yard of fruit be penny so. And so was a Dachia 70 who could soon cleanse you now what we are. Send your uncle for you in the bimba in tea. Mesre my penny John Damani Mahama. So one got a tema. Few years. Udim John Damani Mahama na ense san. Nemo wan hwa. Dim bi wo ho a young mama na ode to. Nemo benye se di na ka udin ho. Eno na sese wo hwe. Na odwe ho pega bi. na eyi no machi oponkroma ti ni nkomo yiwie no yenua John Dako oye MP for Swami impeso bi wo Santimem wo fra ho Swami won mrase begwani ono so de nsem bi tugwa wo ye interview wo obi asampaso na yenkutie ne nkoma ono so ode babefia ne ekwadwo ponkroma kan so.
But why were you not allowing the majority leader no to speak? Because I say anytime obe sorry so kase bia na mo bangi table no so ayi mo we no dey akyere ne ade and na dey ade entia.
The majority leader and his team at the court of all this. Ono le di animu say by all means yam koto aba. Ono le di animu and if we don't want to hear his voice there because he's lost it as a leader of the house. I know Peter, well, you're only majority leader. He's also a leader of the house. Now, the leader of the house, the officer, at all times, now we say because you are presenting government business, you know, that there's some kind of consensus. That they said the be also the over numbers. It is open up idea. Yes, to look at care. And that's what we are doing. He has lost it as a leader. He's no longer leading the house. He's only on the side of the NDP as a majority leader. He's lost the path of leader as a leader of the whole parliament. He's lost it. And that is why we want him to know. We want the whole Ghana to know. Say Ayarega, Adia Oyeno, and yet he needs to tell his people that the fact that who was Sledhammer and says mosquito is Sledhammer. You don't do that because you have majority. You think you can just do anything without consulting. Ayarega pay anyway the fear. Now what I said, me ya wa yechire speaker na me no mu amutie me mo ko pe video ni bi he speaker can say was suspended house no initially and was to tone in sabon ko be speaker no ata me yonko ni speaker now no we chire eni ambo hu say e chire speaker so now you have lost as a leader
na otiti nkomo ya na che ye fapum bi ena ni sifo ato no opese what dey adwuma a plan bi na wa planning a intricate bi na wa ye sans what is intricate ni de woni ye papa yo eno na wogu so a wo pesi sa agenda kakra enti na wo hwese na si parliament na enya sem papa mra lack of parliament ebeniza jetro ana jetro oye se obeka mo tension down no munwinti ni si wo ho na nya sem de fam near minority no was so asonen what I say until say Kpandai issue no be resolved to their satisfaction no government business will not go on. They will not allow any government business to take place in the parliament. Na yes answer na asumdwe ni ho eno no na wo sa na nipa bi gine baabi asoreda afui woro wanso tutu fama hwesa nkrofo kura no won pa sumdwe enti mum yemfa kwan bi so na ye ma sumdwe mbra na nema bi akotocho kakra enti NDC sebe o man pani me se wo kompega bi sa eno nkire se na wonim nyansa sin wiase fu nyina se sika na wo hwehwe a obenya ye din na din bi wo ha me se nyen na wo ma me de to wankasa na wo gi sa din ne de ma wo ho ye mpese obeji sa din na ma wo nti yɛbɛsrɛ ne yɛkɔ so no wode wa no tum a asomdwe bɛba nti yɛbɛsrɛ John Dramani Mahama wo 10 billion no nipa bi sɛ wonim sɛ wokɔ kasa wɔ UN Assembly sɛ nya ade a wobɛkɔ bio one day wɔde saa asɛm no yɛ adwuma na mo yɛhwɛ ne yɛkɔ ne yɛba no a na sɛnea nipa bi bu nkuntumfram wɔ w'asɛm yi ho a na kyɛ sɛ baabi owusu wɔ biara na ogya wɔ hɔ nti hwɛ na mengye di bɔne bi anka wo din ho na kɔtara mfi baabi din mfi nan so a na wɔmfrɛ past president anaa former president na asomdwe bra Koda Media TV so ɛna wobɛnya sa nkyerɛmu yi mede di ka kyerɛ agya yɛdi asɛmpa dwumadi ɛno ana mede abɛsom yi ɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu